Good evening. My name is Spirit, and this is my channel, and this is my series. And this series is called To Tell the Truth. This is information that you never got in your history class. Neither did I. All right. So I'm here to give you information uh, that wasn't in my history class coming up, and probably not yours either. So this one is called Pay It Forward, and this is, you probably will be surprised, most people are, and this is about John Carruthers Stanley. Now, this research is from Wikipedia and the Smithsonian Institute. Uh, I think they should write history books now to put in the information that they did not put in before. Okay, because it says here that he was born 1774 and he died in 1845. And it says here that he was one of the largest slave owners in North Carolina and the wealthiest free people of color resident. So uh, I am going to start off with his father. His father was John Wright Stanley. He was a privateer, a gambler, a captain. He stole land from the British. Uh, and I suppose that is how he made his fortune. Okay, so this one time he was captain of a ship that did not specify exactly why they was where they was going, but he met his wife, future wife, uh, in Igbo, Africa. He brought her back, and he legally married her, and they lived in Newborn, North Carolina. And when uh, Stanley was born, he legally, uh, I guess you could say, he recognized him as his child, and he had all the rights and as, as the other children, and everybody that lived there in Newborn uh, knew this. And I guess it's not as people thought it was, that they lynched him and all this and that. No, it seemed like from the story they treated him and his family as if it was normal and there was no problems or anything. Okay, let's see. He had a half brother, which became a congressperson. uh, and they were close. Okay, and when his father died, I think it was in 1846, uh, John Wright Stanley, he died in 1846. And you would think that uh, along with giving him uh, money, property, and everything like that, that he would free him legally, but his father did not free him. He transferred the papers to his neighbor, Alexander Stewart, his partner and neighbor, and Alexander Stewart, he adopted him into his family at that time. Uh, of course, John Stanley, he was angry about this, and so he petitioned the General Assembly, and he knew how to use the courts legally. And so he petitioned them, and Alexander Stewart, he signed off, and he got his freedom. And let's see here, you probably won't be able to read this because I couldn't. It was hard, difficult, but uh, if I can find it, that paper, okay. Okay, let's see here. It's hard to read. Let me get my glasses. And this is the paper of his freedom. And I'll show you the paper. Let's see. You can, here it is, that paper. Okay, okay. And I'm going to read under here. Okay, let's see here. Okay, right underneath here it says the image of March 17, 1955, petition to the Court of Craven County, North Carolina by Alexander and Lydia Stewart requesting the man, manumission of John Carruthers Stanley. Now that is manumission means his emancipation and the rights and be given the rights, therefore, of regular people, whatever, uh, European. Okay, manumission of John Carruthers Stanley. Stanley was given his freedom on March 12th, 1795, and from the collection of the State Archives of North Carolina. Okay, so that is the paper of his emancipation and being made a freed person. Okay. Uh, let's see here. And after he was made free by Lydia and Alexander, then he sent him to school to be a barber because back then that was the only profitable job that you could make as a freed slave. So he was sent to school, and when he came back, he gained apprenticeship with a barber. And after this, uh, he had worked a while as a barber, and then he bought his own shop. I think yeah, he made his money from being a barber. Then he bought his own shop, and this is where the period forward started. And after he bought his shop, he hired two slaves uh, to be apprentices in his shop. And so they worked in his shop, and it seems that Carruthers, John Carruthers Stanley, had aptitude for business. And from that, uh, he, like I said, bought the shop. Then he uh, went from there and he began to buy up land around Newborn and the outer parts of the city. And he began to uh, amass his fortune, and the revenues from his fortune in the land, he bought his wife's freedom. His wife's name was Kitty, and he bought his wife's freedom, and then his family's freedom, and then his wife's freedom, and then from there on we began to buy up people that he was connected to, uh, their freedom, and that is how the pay it forward with uh, Stanley began. And then brother-in-law of his wanted to borrow money, and it's like $14,000, and he gave it to him. And then afterwards, it said that he lost most of his property and land because of that. It did not say it, but the philosophy now, and I have seen this, is that when you give, you might as well say give, they say borrow money from you, okay, you might as well say in your mind that you gave that person that money because that family member has no intentions of paying you back. And I'm presuming from that because he lost his property, most of it and everything, that this His brother-in-law presumed the same thing because uh, I'm sure he never paid him back. Okay, and he had eight, I believe it was eight children with his wife Kitty. And now I'm going to show you some pictures that I have here from the Smithsonian. Okay. Okay, a picture of him and a picture of his wife. Okay, his wife is beautiful. Okay, as you can see down there, uh, that is him. That's his wife, and this is him, John Carruthers Stanley. Okay. Uh, let's see. Yes, it is. He was born 1774 and he died 1846. And here's some properties. Let's see here. Okay, here is the home. I believe this is where John Carruthers Stanley. This is his home. And I think it's beautiful. Okay, this is where he lived in North Carolina, Newborn, North Carolina. It is a very big house. I think it's quite nice. Okay, let me see if there's any more pictures. Okay, let's see here. That's the letter. Let's see what this is. Nicholas receipt. Receipt of what? Uh, hmm, payment. New North Carolina. Uh, let's see. Annual. No, that's August. See what is this? Robinson, large slave owner. Graham Dover. Okay, all right. This is a receipt. It's from Graham Dover, and I'm presuming it's a payment maybe for, uh, let's see here. I'm presuming it's paying him back. It's a payment from this gentleman. I guess he owed him the money for something, maybe for the land, and that's a receipt to him. This is interesting. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, barber. Okay. Let's see. Oh, here's the picture of his father. Okay, here's a picture of his father, John Stanley. That's a picture of his father. Uh, and here's is from, let's see, 1774 to 1833. No, well, that's what it says. Okay. He died in 1833, his father. Let me see here. John Wright Stanley. Um, and these people here, you will see, are his ancestors or descendants, well, ancestors of Stanleys. Okay. All right. So at his time of death, John Stanley only had uh, 10 slaves and a small plantation. So you cannot say that he was really a slave owner because he worked at it as a barber and gave a numerous amount of family members and friends and acquaintances their free. So I would say he was an entrepreneur and a trader. So this is the life story of one of the people that people characterize as a slave owner. And also too, they have this place that I have shown you uh, up, and uh, his father and him and Alexander Stewart lived on one block. So it seems that they have this historical museum of him in New Bern, North Carolina, and they use and I guess you could pay for a tour to see all the things that he owned in his house, and I guess his father's house. And this is in Newborn, uh, North Carolina. And let's see here. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, John Wright, Stanley family, Wright, Stanley house. Okay, yes, that's what it is. And the pictures of other members. Uh, Here are some more pictures. Let me see here. Okay. Oh yeah, I think this is the father. Yeah, because the girl, his wife's name was Kitty, and this is Mr. Green, her father, picture of her father, John Green, and let's see here. Okay, I don't know who this is. Uh, this is fourth generation. Okay, and these are more. These are pictures. Okay. Uh, yes, this gentleman, that's his wife, and the gentleman beside her, I believe, is her grandfather on her side. Okay, so this is the story of John Carruthers Stanley, which was an entrepreneur, I would say, and a very generous man. And this information comes from Smithsonian Institute and Wikipedia. So I hope this was very informative to you all, and you enjoyed it because doing the research I have. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will be seeing you soon. And as I said, there's coming up this discussion with my subscribers, you all. I hope you all will join us. And I will be letting you know in the future of what it is. I have not got to go ahead on it because I have been sick and I still am. Uh, Getting better. So I will be talking to my manager soon. Uh, uh, and we'll be letting you know exactly when it will be. But it will be a while because, like I said, I'm getting better. But I will keep you up to date on how the discussion will be and when and everything like that. So thank you so much for joining me. So I will say take care of yourself and each other. And I will see you soon. Pass it on. Thank you.